Alright, this video is going to be quick, sweet, and straight to the point. Look, this has been a discussion talk about for, I don't know, since forever, since this thing has began. WWE PG. The reason being why WWE is so PG friendly now. Okay, I watched the guy's video. Now, I'm not going to put this guy on the spot because I don't want to give him no more attention. God knows he gave a lot of people attention last month when he showed his genitals on YouTube. So, and that says it all. So, his entertainment channel, that's what I'm gonna call it, his entertainment channel, which I call it bullshit. You know, taking people's stuff and put it as his own instead of giving them the credit. I mean, that's bullshit. I mean, if you want to take stuff from the internet and put it onto the channel, that's fine. But at least give credit where credit is due. But that's all I'm gonna say about that. He got me to do this video. He wants to, you know, because let's go ahead and say that he's a fanboy of John Cena, and that's fine. You can be John Cena's fanboy. You can be John Cena's nutsack. Nutsack. I don't care. You can do what you want to Cena. If you like the guy, cool. I personally hate his ass, the character, and somewhat I hate him because he does play a lot of politics. Reason being, this is one thing. Now, before I go into this video, I will say this. This is the only thing I will say. The WWE going PG is because of Chris Benoit. There's no point. There's no point even trying to, you know, beat around the bush of it. WWE going PG was because of Chris Benoit. Yes, the headshots to the head, Chris Benoit. The blood, Chris Benoit. Everything, that's Chris Benoit. But constantly John Cena in the main event, that's not Chris Benoit. Constantly having the same matches over and over, that's not Chris Benoit. Constantly having a product that is watered down, having the baby faces win and the fans reject the baby face, that is not Chris Benoit's fault. The only thing Chris Benoit's fault is for turning this company from a TV-14 to a PG. That is it. That's when you have to draw the line and say, okay, Benoit did that. But Benoit up to now has done nothing else. Nothing else. Now, this comes to play with John Cena. Us fans are upset with Cena, not because he turned the company PG. We are upset with him because he's constantly in the main event. Yes, he draws kids, but lately, have you seen the ratings? Those kids do not make majority of the fan base. If they did, they'll get more than a fucking 2 and a 3. They'll be in a 4 and a 5. But they like to put the blame on the NBA, the NFL, the NFL draft. No. The product is just stale, and your fan base, you have lost. You have lost your 18 to 34 because you alienate them because of John Cena. We men are tired of seeing the same shit. We men will give you we'll give you chances, but eventually we're like, fuck this shit, and we move the fuck on. We have already made up our mind. Once we see what we need to see, we move. Girls, they'll keep doing it eventually, but they're like mood swing. They'll change around eventually. They'll see something else. They're like, well, fuck it, let's watch something else. Now, I want to bring an example. I was watching a TV show with my mother, and she was watching. It's a soap opera, Bold and the Beautiful. If y'all don't know that, the show is 30 minutes long. That's why I can watch it. If this shit was an hour, I think I couldn't watch it. But it's only 30 minutes. That show alone is more entertaining than a raw 3 hours. Something is wrong. If I can watch a soap opera for 30 minutes and I'm more entertained with that soap opera for 30 minutes than a raw that's 3 hours, something is wrong. Something is wrong with the product. Something is wrong with the stars. Something is wrong with WWE as a whole. Because if a 30-minute soap opera, I can watch it, and I'm interested in almost every character on there, and I watch a Raw, I don't care two shits about the primetime players. I don't care two shits about Caitlyn and her anger management, or AJ with her psycho character, or pretty much John Cena and Ryback's feud. Something is wrong. That's what we're trying to tell y'all. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to pretty much What fans are upset about is the product is the same. That has always been, it's been the same for about 3 to 4 years now. Cena, Cena, Cena. And we're tired of it. We want something new. We want Ryback to win this championship match so we won't have to see John Cena in the main event. That's not much to ask. I'm not a Ryback fan, but if somebody asks me who I prefer, Ryback or Cena, I'm going to say Ryback. He's new, he's fresh, and he's something different. He's a Goldberg. Believe it or not, Goldberg was over with the kids, with the adults, with every demographic known to man. And he drew a lot of money for WCW. And he drew a little bit of money for WWE when he was there. So he had a fan base of all. Cena only caters to the kids. That's fine. But if you're back in the Attitude Era, you got to cater to more than just the kids. You got to cater to this demographic, or you're out. We're just going to take your ass. You're going to be a jobber. Now, I'm going to talk about Payback in a minute. Ryback versus John Cena in 3 stages of hell. This match, I can care 2 shits about. But if they do it right and they put Ryback over, which they need to do, which I know they won't, because rumors going around they're doing the whole Daniel Bryan versus John Cena. I mean, yeah, why not? Daniel Bryan's fucking over. But if Daniel Bryan turns heel, why would you do that? See, the thing with CM Punk last year, he was over as hell, but he was treated like a second-class citizen because John Cena was main eventing every pay-per-view. Every pay-per-view. Every pay-per-view. Last year at Money in the Bank, the following year, 2011 Money in the Bank, he made eventing with John Cena. Last year at Money in the Bank, he didn't even made event Money in the Bank. John Cena made event Money in the Bank on the Raw Money in the Bank ladder match. I was thinking to myself, this is bullshit. Cena stayed in the main event, so when he came down to his redemption, which I think they copied off of Jeff Hardy, his redemption, I didn't believe it because he constantly was in the main event. Now, that was last year. This year, fans are not interested at all. They don't care about John Cena as champion, and we knew this was going to happen because fans don't want to see the same shit. We've seen Cena as champion so much to the point if he wins the title, we're like, he won it. Well, we're back to the same old shit. That's how we see it. Ryback, if he wins the title, it's something new so fans can get a vista into. For Ryback to turn heel for the stupidest reason I have ever seen in my life, he whining like a little bitch, being a pussy instead of being a man and say, hey, look, I'm coming for your damn title. I'm whooping your ass. That's why I want the title. You hate me or you love me. Fuck you. That's what I want. That's all you need to say. Then we can believe it. But we don't believe it. Overall, this is my thoughts on why WWE going PG, and also this is my thoughts on John Cena versus Ryback at Payback. So pretty much, I want to end this conversation and say, fuck Payback, fuck the WWE. Because, and fuck Entertainment Channel. Yeah. View Entertainment Channel. That's what I'm going to say, View Entertainment. Because for him to say John Cena, it's not the reason that WWE is going PG. That's one thing. But for not saying John Cena is the reason that he buried young talent, that's another thing. Because he is the main reason why stars today are not developed. Every star that Cena has gone through, they have not been developed. They have either went back of being a face, mid-card, or jobber. Wade Barrett, he was over as fuck in the Nexus, and look where he's at. Back in mid-card hell. Randy Orton tried to put him over, and it worked a little bit in 2011. Problem was he got re-injured again. But even then, Randy Orton shouldn't have to be doing that because he should have been over. But Cena buried him. Cena buried, you know what? I could go on and all day and all night about this bullshit. All I'm going to say is if Ryback wins, which I think it should, more power. If Ryback wins, you made a new star. If he loses, you just pretty much gave the star to John Cena so you could go through. John Cena's in his late 30s. Ryback's is, 31? Who's going to be in the company the longest? This motherfucker on my left or this motherfucker on my right? The motherfucker on my right, I want to put him as champion because you have buried him since God knows how many pay-per-views has he. When is the last time Ryback officially won a pay-per-view? WWE needs to start thinking like that. We keep track on bullshit. They need to stop treating fans like idiots too. Overall, that's my thoughts on the pay-per-view. That's my thoughts on this match. And that's my thoughts on WWE going PG, ladies and gentlemen. All right. All I gotta say is, John Cena has a lot to blame. But like I said, Chris Benoit does have some stuff to blame too. But he is the only reason for the TV going PG, not all that other bullshit that he was saying. But anyway, those are my thoughts. So